Hey, party people. So today I'm doing Phil's. Today I want to kind of tell it. It's story time. That's what they call it, story time, right? But when I first went to college, back in 1983, I went to school to study to be a broadcast journalist. I wanted to be like Sue Simmons. Sue Simmons was like an idol of mine. She was a black female who was living in my hometown. So I wanted to be a broadcast journalist like her. So when I was in class, I remember one day in class, it was me and it was a black guy in my class too. So one day the other black person, the black guy, he asked the teacher, he said, why does the news always portray Malcolm X as being somebody that's really horrible and bad? He said, I was just reading his biography, and they should be praising him as a person who turned his life around. So he was like, I'm just confused why they always make him seem like he's such a bad person. And her response was, now she used to be a journalist, broadcast journalist, and now she was a teacher. She said, the reason, she said, let me just tell you this. If whoever sponsors the news channel or whoever sponsors the news program get to tell the news how they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to say. He said if the sponsor does not like a person and they don't want the world to like that person, they will have the journalist talk bad about that person, make up lies about that person, and do anything because they understand the power that they have. She said they can get people to think whatever way they want them to think because people do not question the news. If they see it on the news, they just accept it and take it to be the truth. So if the news decides to do something that if they will go against the person or lie and make up stuff about a person because they want the world to view that person a certain way, or make up anything that promotes the thoughts that they want people to have, they'll do it. So I was like, so as a journalist, you're basically lying to the people? She said, oh yeah, that's why they pay you the big bucks. They pay you the big bucks because you are in a very influential position, and you a lot of times you are going to be required to lie to the people because they feel like it's for the betterment. They want the people to believe a certain thing. She said sometimes it has to do with whatever they're promoting, like their promotional products or whatever they're trying to get the word out about. So they may, they'll make up news to make it, and you'll have to read it. And if they want people to not like a certain person, they'll attack that person. You'll have to attack them. So it was that particular day that I changed my major from broadcast journalism to communications with a minor in journalism. I didn't want a job that would require me to lie. Like, I'm not going to be lying for a job. That's just not something I'm willing to do. So I changed my major. They're still doing it to this day. It's even worse now because when Obama was in office, he made it so that the journalists don't have to tell the truth about anything. Like, he actually made a law, an executive order that the news can now be 100% propaganda. And that's what it is now. It's 100% propaganda. There's absolutely positively nothing on the news that is real. Nothing. Do you understand that? If people could understand that, if people just turn the news off, you'll realize that the world's not as bad as it seems. People are not as violent as they seem. People are not, the stuff that they tell you is not really happening because it's just not. But the problem is people have been programmed to believe that the news is real. So when I tell you over and over again that everything is a spiritual battle, it's the world system versus the kingdom system. They are after your soul. Your soul means your mind, your will, and your emotions. So the world is after your mind your will and your emotions. And technically what they do is they program you to think and behave a certain way. They program you into thinking that the news is real. So when you're sitting here and you're watching them tell you that 800 and something children in Israel have been killed, it's only them telling you that. You have absolutely positively zero way of knowing what they're saying is the truth, because they don't let any outside news come into America. The first thing they do is they shut down the internet and any kind of connection, social media, from all those that they are at war with. Why? Because they don't want those people coming out telling the truth. So they have to shut it down, and they shut it down so that they can have the narrative. Only their story is being told to you. And it's a story. I keep telling you, stories sell. That's what it is. They want a story. They want to sell time. They want to sell commercials. They want to sell their sponsorships. So they create stories that get you involved, that get you to keep the news on 24 hours a day and don't turn it off, so they can sell advertisement. That is all it's about. And once you understand that and turn the news off, you'll start realizing your life would be a whole lot better, because you're not constantly bombarded with negativity 24 hours a day. There's nobody pumping fear into your life 24 hours a day if you just turn the news off. I haven't watched the news since the 90s. I can't even, let me tell you, if something is happening that I need to know about, so many people watch the news that I'm going to know about it. So if you turn off the news, it's nothing you're not going to lose anything. You'll gain something. Turn the news off. It's nothing but deception. It's the world system. That's how they program you into the world system, mainly by the news, by television programs too, but mainly by the news, because you have been programmed to think that the news is reality, when it's no different than a regular television program. It's a program. They're programming your soul. That's the whole purpose of it. So let me tell you, folks, stop letting the deception get to you. Cut off that news. Turn off the TV altogether, but turn the news off. Do not watch the news. What's happening in Israel, the fake Israel, and with the fake chosen people of God, none of that is important. Absolutely not important. There's no bearing on you. Oh, yeah, but this is end time prophecy. Yeah, okay. But it's not God's part of the prophecy. It's the part where you're getting involved in it is going to help usher in what they're trying to usher in quicker. You stay out involved and cut it off and pay no attention to it, or pray against the whole thing. Not pray for one side or the other side, because you got no dog in this fight. No, this is all made up garbage. It's all made up garbage. Are people getting hurt? People getting killed? Yes, because they call those casualties of war. That's what they see everything as, a casualty of war. Somebody has to die to get their point across, or to get their Luciferian agenda pushed. They don't care. That's what the whole shot thing was all about. Was prisoners of war. Y'all going to be the consequences of them making money and you dying. And you believed it because you watched the news, and the news told it to you, so you believed it. And so you went out and got something that was detrimental to your health. So many people the people who have gotten that are the ones that's dying, and ones who didn't get it are the ones who's healthy and have no health issues, because you followed the news. Turn the news off and you'll be a whole lot better. Have yourself a blessed day.